It's again listening. I'm back again on another video for the channel. But before we get into today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, like, share, and comment down below your thoughts on today's video. Today's video I'm going to be talking about depression. What is depression and how to deal with depression? Depression is a mental state of mind that is being used like a capacitated way. Like, for example, once somebody is depressed, maybe they could be depressed with the livelihood situation that they are in. They could be depressed with the money situation they are in. They could be depressed because they're not going to school. They could be depressed because they were accused of the wrong crimes. They could be depressed because they are sick. But today, I'm going to be telling you how to deal with these depressions. Now, mental depression is something that has to do with you being mentally you are depressed, but you don't tell nobody because maybe your livelihood is not accommodated for you. So now, how do you deal with it? You deal with mental depression by one, going to a therapist. Going to a therapist. A therapist is somebody that you go to, you vent out your problems to that therapist, then that person can seek out a way to help you. They could tell you read books, they could tell you go out, they could tell you do so many things, but you have to be able to explain your problems to people in order for them to find solution. Another one I could tell you is explain it out to people and listen to their own advices, and then you take it in and think as a whole whether those advices they are good enough for you, because that's the only way you alone can solve your own problem. Because by you listening to 2 or 3 voices, it won't help you. Excuse me. By you listening to, like I said, by you listening to 2 or 3 voices, it won't help you. So you have to sit down and be able to put those 2 or 3 things that they said together, and then it will make a sense. Some people might tell you nonsense, but when I was in Sotama, my teacher told me that when somebody is telling you nonsense, take the non for them and leave the sense. Because something within that thing is making sense. That's why you have to take the none away and leave the sense there. Another person will tell you to work out. Yes, do work out, do exercises. Go out to people, explain to people, see the solution they will give you. That's another way to solve a problem. Depression problem. Now, when I'm talking about physical depression, which has to do with money problem, you being physically depressed, you have to tell people the same way. You have to tell people your problems in order for people to solve those problems. You don't just sit down and expect that your problem will be solved by you not telling people. You're not telling people, you're concocting PP, which is blood pressure upon yourself. And that could lead to killing yourself. Just from a high extent of worry, it will lead to killing yourself. Now, depression is not something that you suffer from money. It's not only has to do with the case of you suffering from money or have so many mental issues. No, depression could be your family member is suffering from problems, and that same problem is affecting you. They have some spiritual problems, they have some physical problems, they have some political problems that people do suffer from on a daily basis. That's what they will tell you that. By you just calling somebody and say, hello, how you doing? You already made that person understand that you care for them, you love them, you care for them. You make that person know that they can gain trust in you. If they have problems, they can bring it onto you. For the people who are depressed, depression can be solved by you eating. Overeating can just lead to you being overfat. Overeating, it leads to you being overfat. Now, when you are depressed, you need to have a healthy diet. A healthy diet that will help you to be able to solve these problems. Because once you are overeating, and you have a depression of money problems, then how do you solve those problems? Family people will lend you money, but they won't give it to you all the time, all the days of your life. You have to be able to sustain yourself. That's why some family members, if they have job opportunity, instead of giving you money, they will give you that job until you say, take care of this job. This job is your pride. This job is what you need to do to take care of it. But I'm not saying that family member shouldn't give you money. I'm only saying that they shouldn't give you money all the days of your life. Just the same way as when you are sitting home, you can be depressed. It's the same way somebody who is in the what's the word? Somebody who is in the prison cell, they can also be depressed. Because you see, some of these people in the prison cell, they were convicted for the wrong reasons. They were convicted only because they were eyewitnesses on the crime when it happened. That's what they were convicted for. Because if you go in a prison cell, if not 1%, 2%, they will tell you that, oh, B6, so the in library will normally say B6. It will tell you that these problems I will convicted for, I know nothing about it. Excuse me. Like I was saying, guys, even people in the prison cells, they do get depressed. Some of them, they become depressed because some family situation that happened way back that they wasn't able to maybe uphold or sustain. Now, there are many things that can trigger a person's brain. Somebody can go crazy because of the things that you did to them in the past. Somebody can also go crazy because maybe the African background that we have. Like for me, I'm a young girl right now. I see my friend pregnant, and I want that man. The man that she's pregnant for, but then I'm going to tell the man different thing. Knowing for the word that she's really pregnant for that man. If that lady finds out, maybe she get a child or the child die, if she finds out, she's gonna be really depressed about it. Now in Africa, yeah, we have these things where we do what's it called? We swear people, and once somebody goes to a medicine man and swear you, once you are not a strong Christian or a strong Muslim, that swear is bound to catch you. It must catch you. Now, even if you are a strong Christian or a strong Muslim, I do believe that those swear will catch you. Then at the end of the day, you have to go and confess your sin in order to be forgiven. Another people that do become depressed, the people that are so-goes, if you were to go and do a survey and ask most of them, what's the reason they're in the street? Somebody will tell you because they got children, no money to feed their children. They ain't got money to feed themselves. They ain't got houses to live in. So now they just feel like being on the street is the best way that can solve their problems. But well, my brothers, my sister, I'm here to tell you that taking in drugs, smoking cigarettes, stealing, killing, none of those can solve your problem. Overeating, it can solve your problem. By you getting vexed with somebody, it can solve your problem. Because if you are depressed, you need to tell somebody that you are depressed, both mentally, physically, or financially, so they can be able to find a solution for you. But you can't be a depressed citizen and just sitting there and minecrafting yourself that your problem is gonna be over. Depression don't work like that. Nobody should ever tell you that once you are depressed, oh, all of a sudden you get vexed with somebody, you overeat. Overeating can solve a problem. Overeating can solve a problem. Thinking too much, it can solve those problems. Thinking too much can solve a problem. A human being as a whole, we all need to pour in those forces that we need in order to solve our own problems. Like they say in library, they have a saying like saying, if you feel that your problem is worse, listen to another man's problem. You will know that your situation is better than that person's. They're simply trying to tell you that if that man can work to make his money, you can also do that same working to make that money. People that you see that in a government position, they didn't get up want some money and they found themselves in a position. Their mothers were poor women, but they decided to suffer for their children to become better. They decided to make their life worth a living hell in order for their children to be better. But you find out that these rich kids you got in the class, they pass it all around. While you as a student, after school, you have to go and sell before you make money. You will become a better citizen than that person that you see. Their parents have cars. The parents not doing nothing but just making money, and then they're 30 years old and they still living in their parents' house. I'm telling you for sure, those children, they are bound to become nothing in the future. Because what? Their parents, everything they say is a yes, yes, yes. It's a yes. There is no way there's a no. You will find that 18-year-old girl child, two of you equal. But you can cook money her, you can wash money her, you can clean houses money her, because that privilege of a lifestyle she had. You never had that privilege of a lifestyle. So now, if your parents are treating you to maybe do work in the house and another person is not doing work in the house, don't get depressed, don't get vexed, just do that work. And if it's something that is bound to overflow, share it with people, that people understand your situation. I'm telling you, by you sharing your problems with people, they got three type of people. They got the one that will mock you in front of you. That means they will put a phone right in front of you without even listening to your problem. They got the one that will listen to it and go and gossip about you, and they got the one that will listen to it, give you advices, and be able to bring people around you to solve those problems. And among the three people who you should always trust is those people that will listen to your problem, give you advices, and find people to solve those problems for you, and even be there until those problems are solved. Those are the people you should keep closer to yourself, not somebody that will backstab you at the back and you feel that that person is your best friend. That person is not doing no good for you. Those are the situation that a person who is depressed goes through. Depression is for everybody. Everybody has some type of mental situation that they all go through, but they got some people who know how to handle it better than the others. That simply means that if they have their parents, they tell their parents what is going on with them. They don't keep secret from their parents. It does not mean that because your father is harsh, so at the end of the day you should keep your situation to yourself, and that situation is making you to fail in school because you're going to school and you're not thinking, because the hot situation at the house is making you to fail. You're not becoming a successful student in schools. I think you should tell your parents, open up to your parents or your friends, let them be able to help you in those situations. Just the same way as you got three types of human, they also got three different types of friends. They kind of want who will tell you to go and smoke or drink because of those situations are very hard. But I tell you, my brothers and sisters, smoking and drinking or doing cigarettes or doing drugs can solve your problem, because you will smoke for something like 1 hour 30 minutes. By the time you come back to yourself, those problems start to re-register in your mind. Then you have to go through those problems over and over again. So now tell me, when you start taking each drugs the first day, it gets used to you. It's something that gets used to you. It does not say because you are a newcomer, so I'm not used to you. It makes you, every time that drug feeling for your system, you start to think on those problems. You want to go and take in drugs. Those are not the rightful way to solve a problem. The rightful way to solve a problem is by opening up to people. Stop eating too much food. Food cannot solve your problems. When people leading you the wrong way, forget about them. Too much of friends are not good. Be closer to your family than your friends. Because you see, friends, they will backstab you. They will do all sorts of things to you that you didn't even expect. That this person that you sacrificed your life for, that you gave money for, could do these things to you. Those are not how we want it. Most of the people that commit suicide is because of depression. Now, for those students that are in the school that do bully and the fellow student, you know that bullying can lead to depression. It's 110% thing that it can surely lead to depression, because you bully that person too much, so they feel that they don't fit in society. Because you bully the person over the shape of the body, so they feel that they don't fit in society. Well, my brother or my sister, if you're being bullied because of the shape of your body, that person that is telling you that you can't fit in society, snap back. Tell that person that you can fit in society, not by fighting that person, but by making yourself to be a successful person who knows within themselves that they can fit in society. Because I'm number one person, I root out for everybody that believe in themselves. But before I root out for you, you gotta root out for yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta have that faith, that confidence that when I go to school, I can make it in the school. Don't sit at home and have your brain being damaged by your friends. Now, if the bullying or the situation is too much in the school, go ahead, you have right to give it to lay those complaints to the principal. I don't think the principal will maltreat you. Now, if the principal is maltreating you because of the complaint that you're laying to her or him, it might be that person complaint that you're laying, that person is the niece or nephew. Another thing you will do, go to the Ministry of Education. Let them at least suspend that person's lesson. Let it get to understand. Each student in that school is paying the same amount of money. Those are problems that can be settled. Depression can be settled manually or virtually. It can be settled. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. But before we close today's video, I would like to remind you all again, please hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, like, share, and comment down below your thoughts on today's video. Love you guys.